really felt it on Monday, but yesterday was a lot better because I had some nutrients in me.
Yeah, right.
So you didn't have all your nutrients on the first day, Monday.
Which is good. But
Oh,
yeah, it made all the difference in us. But he starts slow with
So we got some background noise. If we could
because when he preaches,
mute that out,
and
let's
then we pray,
mute
the
let's
anointing
mute
just
on.
kind of settles in.
Okay. That does not mute me though. Good. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi there. How are you guys?
So we muted everybody, so you can unmute yourself. And today's day 3. So we got 2 days of shakes, a lot of shakes going on.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake. We got our shake.
We got our shakes right here. So let's
have a drink.
Let's have a toast.
Let's have a toast.
Toast, everyone. Cheers.
I can hardly wait to choose something. Yeah. Okay. That's exciting.
These are delicious, though. So, let's hear about some good news. Who's lost some weight? You can unmute yourself and let us know if you got on the scale this morning and if you're down.
This is Jody, and I'll report for Larry. He's working.
Larry
is down 12 pounds, and I don't understand it because I'm only down 6. That's not fair.
He's got more to lose than you.
Well, he does, but still, it's not fair. But I did hear somebody else say 6 the other day, so today or yesterday and post it, and I'm like, okay, so maybe I am right on target. Maybe the women just.
Oh my gosh, 6 pounds in 2 days, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. And I have to tell a little funny story. I had chicken noodle soup in the fridge, and so I packed it all up for my son, and I'm scooping it into the thing. And without thinking, I go to lick the spatula or the scooper, and I'm like, I'm spitting it out in the sink. Because I was like, nothing touching my lips. So it was very comical. Nobody was around to see it. So
yeah, it's a habit. Yeah.
But also, too, I'm almost finding I'm hungrier. So the first day, I made it through just fine. But I'm still pushing through. It's not that bad of a hunger. It's mostly in the morning, waiting until 11 to actually eat, which I don't have a problem with because I'll just keep busy and stuff. Like I think Tom was saying, or you guys were saying yesterday, I guess, to try to stay busy. And so I'm always busy in the morning. I just feel it more now in the morning, which is amazing because I used to feel it in the evenings. I used to always get hungry at night, and I'd always want to pick about 10, 11 o'clock. And I've been trying to go to bed on time and all this kind of stuff too. So it's trying to balance everything out. I haven't got the exercise in yet, but neither has he. So he's still losing weight without the exercise.
Excellent.
So am I. But I know I need to get into the routine again of exercising.
Yeah, that's going to help so much. But just touching on the morning, I love what Tracy said yesterday because it's being exciting. And whenever it's like, so I can't eat till 11, so maybe it's like 9 and I'm hungry, 9 a.m. But I know that those last 2 hours are the best 2 hours to burn body fat. So like you've gone 14 hours and your body's now really tapping into stored body fat and you're losing weight, but you lose the most weight between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So yeah, you're hungry. You can be hungry during those 2 hours, but those are also the 2 hours that you lose the most weight. So just knowing that about intermediate fasting and that the real magic happens between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. makes my mind go, well, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where I'm going to lose all the weight and look amazing. And the reason why a lot of people don't look amazing is because they can't make it from 9 to 11, but I'm not that person. And we're going to talk a lot today about mindset, but I'm the person that can stick it out 2 more hours because I know these are the 2 hours that are going to make me go from looking good to looking great.
Right. And I was starting to feel but by 10 o'clock, it's like I can look at the clock and say, okay, I got an hour. But the other question, remember I asked a question about Larry getting dizzy. Is it okay to drink the BTT in the morning though? During that
Totally.
fast, or should he wait?
No, he can totally drink in the morning.
Okay, I don't think he's had any more problems, I'm hoping, today. So I always have to send it with him, and told him to only drink it if he needs it. But, but otherwise, yes, great, fantastic. I'll be quiet now.
No problem. That was so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Cheryl, do you have any tricks for morning? You ever hungry in the morning?
I was actually hungry just about an hour ago. I was like, come on. But what I do in the morning is I really, I have tea. So I have just like the herbal tea or something like that. So that helps. And then also drinking the water helps a lot. Now, another thing too that you can do in the morning, I think, Paul, is do like a shot of minerals, right?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what really helps me if I just pour the minerals in something.
Yeah, and for me, again, I use the Power Up in the morning when I wake up. That gets me through the morning workout, and it gets me. There's an African mango in there that's magical for not being hungry. So I live on Power Up. I mean, people wonder how I can go from 5 a.m. Like Cheryl, even last night we should have done some Power Up last night because that'll.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing a lot of work here in Virginia, and. Yeah, my secret weapon into working 16 hours a day is lots of Power Up.
I have another question then, if you don't mind me interrupting again. So the herbal tea is just an herbal tea that we can get through longevity, of course, but the shot of minerals that you talk about, what is the name of that? Or
so they're just called plant-derived minerals.
Plant-derived minerals, okay.
Yep. When you type it in the longevity search, they pop up. Now there's cherry mints, there's strawberry kiwi, and there's also mineral caps. They're called min caps, or
mineral caps.
So you can take 2 of those, and it's like taking a shot of minerals. So on the road, those are great to have because you can't carry a bottle of minerals with you. So I have the min caps with me all the time. I take 2 of those. Magical.
Okay, so the other stuff you're talking about is it's called plant-derived minerals. You said that comes in different flavors. Is that a powder, a liquid, or what?
That's a liquid, and it comes in different flavors, but you shouldn't get the other flavors. You should only get the plain one.
Okay, great. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Sorry, I have to take you back to the basics because I'm really new. And then
No, this is fantastic.
Power Up is named Power Up.
It's a cap. They're capsules called Power Up. 2 of those.
Or one. I can only do one.
Listen.
Oh, there it is. Look, Rebecca's holding it up for us.
Yep. And Rebecca's Power Up selling stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's the minerals. Awesome. Anybody else? Anybody else?
This is Joni.
Good news, bad news.
Well, I'm down 3.5 pounds.
Good.
And since Monday, I've been feeling really good. I really haven't been hungry. I did get the kiwi strawberry minerals. Should I not be using those?
No, those unfortunately it's got 9 grams of carbs. Now it's kiwi and kiwi fruit and it's strawberry fruit, so it's all natural. It's awesome, but it's just sugar. So your body,
okay.
you can't do it.
I will have to have my grandkids drink them then.
Yeah, they're gonna love them. They're gonna love them.
But otherwise, I've been doing really well. It's just that I'm ready to lose more, and apparently being more active or something will do it.
So you feel like you've been pretty strict?
Yeah, I really have. It's not been a hard part of just being on the shakes. That's not been a problem. I have been using, the osteo with it, and then I have the BTT. So, I mix those in with the shakes, and that gets me through. And then I drink a lot of water, which I hadn't done before.
Good. So, what about the keto hot chocolate? Have you had that at all?
Yeah, I mix that in with the last shake, to just kind of give it a boost and drink it, sip on it a little bit longer, and that gets me through my 7 o'clock, and I'm feeling pretty good.
So we never thought about that.
What?
We can add hot chocolate to the shake to make it even chocolatier. Chocolatier, is that a word?
Why
That's
do you want to
really
do that?
good.
I wouldn't want to do that. The reason why is because I want something later. So I want to have like 2 separate things. I don't want to add it because
Yeah.
look at how much shake I've already drank. I'm almost done with this thing because I'm hungry, and there's no way that I want to add something. So this is the only thing I get. I want to like have half of this now and half of this in an hour. Like look at Paul's. He's had 1 sip.
That's 2 pleasures.
Not me.
Instead of
I
just
need
one.
to have 2 pleasures. I need to have like 5 pleasures. I need to have a lot. and I'll tell you, we're going to talk about mindset in a minute. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is a mind game with yourself.
I'm going to start giving you half shakes.
I need to have a half shake and a half shake.
Every hour, Cheryl has a half shake.
I need to have a half shake and a half egg and a half piece of bacon and like stop it.
Pleasure all day.
That's right.
That could be a
How
song.
fantastic would that be?
Okay. Anybody else have? So yeah, were you doing any exercise? I'm sorry.
I haven't gone to the gym. I've been doing, some around here, but I need to get to the gym to get start walking longer distances and stuff.
So what's happening for you is that you're not burning through your glycogen. So, I mean, to be at 3.5, 4 pounds by now is actually not bad. It's only been 2 days. So 4 to 5 pounds is normal by now. It's Zoom.
Keto90 Zoom. Okay, good. Sorry.
So yeah, you're not like off pace or something. That's still you should be at the goal is 5 pounds by tomorrow.
Well, I want to at least be normal.
Yeah, let's at least be normal here. But I can tell you, exercise helps burn through that glycogen, and a lot of people that do lose 5 pounds in 2 days, they do exercise because that helps burn through that glycogen.
Paul, give us a couple ideas on how to burn through the glycogen. Like I know one is this morning on the treadmill. I put it on 8.0 and I just ran really hard for 30 seconds at a time, and then I took a minute off. So that's a way that you can do it. I only had to do it 10 times.
Yep. So that's sprints on. That's an advanced method there, but it's sprinting on a treadmill.
Some other ways.
So like that whole concept of circuit training, like the Orange Theory kind of thing, where you're doing whole body exercises. Like back in the day in the Marines, we call them squat thrusts, but now they call them burpees for some reason.
Oh.
Which I have no idea who renamed these things.
Well,
but it's getting that whole body moving, and you do those, and you're burning through. You're using your whole body to create to do an exercise.
To create havoc is what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's about as hard as anything.
So,
it's when you're breathing super hard.
Yeah. So it's the whole idea of circuit training where you're going from one thing to another, no breaks. So your heart rate's super high and you're using all of the different muscle fibers in your body. That way all the glycogen is being used.
So another way is jump rope.
That would be an idea. Yep.
I like jump rope.
Jumping jacks.
I'm trying to think of things that are not hard, but then you would do jumping jacks for like a half an hour.
Well,
Wow.
That's not hard at all.
No problem.
Yeah.
No, you would do that for
Let's do push-ups for half an hour too.
So you do that for 30 seconds, and then you would take like a 30-second break. I wouldn't take a minute break if you're doing jumping jacks. If you feel like you need it, then yes. But really, you have to time yourself, because let me tell you, I could do jumping jacks for 30 seconds and take a 5-minute break. That sounds really good to me. So you have to make sure that you do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That's how I like to do it. And then you just have to do 10 of them, and then you're good.
Yeah, but jumping ropes to hard. Like I do that for like a minute.
But do it for 30 seconds and have a break. So 30 seconds and have a break. Or, just any kind of, and if you can't do that, then let's do some really, so I'm going to tell you, my sister's like the best at fast walking. Like, oh my gosh, she walks me right into the ground. I have to jog to keep up with her fast walking. then just go ahead and fast walk. But it's all about how hard you're breathing, because then you can tell that you're burning that extra glycogen, I think. That's the way you're going to be able to tell.
Yeah. My favorite movie is Rocky IV. So I'll watch that and then do that training program. That would that would work.
Yeah.
Hello.
Climb a mountain.
Okay, I do have another question.
Yes.
What is the secret to getting rid of the cellulite? Is there one?
Yeah, so it's absolutely losing the weight. You know, because it's just the way the fat is in that area. When you start losing the weight and the fat goes away, the cellulite goes away.
And the EFA will help with the skin tightening, so you don't look saggy and baggy as you lose the weight?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to talk about other tricks too. So there's actually a bunch of different essential oils that we have that work really well with that. We call them turbo creams. So we'll take some of our CM cream and mix it with an essential oil we have called Perfect Fit. It's actually designed to work on that tightening of the skin, and it actually can help with weight loss and getting, targeting an area. Not that you can lose weight in a specific area, but it helps make that area look better. So that's an oil but there's a bunch of oils we'll go through that can be mixed with the CM cream to really make your skin look awesome during and after weight loss.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Hello, this is Shirley from Baltimore.
Hello, Shirley.
How you doing? This morning, since it was a little bit of snow here, I
fly to Virginia and it snows. Like Cheryl's like it's the first snowfall of the year. It's crazy.
I put my shake in hot water, and it's really delicious.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, there's a tip.
And I put my half of my BTT and my RCFX in it. It was really good.
Wow.
So that's not it'll still have the same effect, right?
Oh yeah.
That's a great idea. I've never heard putting BTT in your calcium in there.
Yeah.
I've heard calcium. I haven't heard the BTT.
No, not calcium, RCFX.
Yeah, that's the calcium.
Okay.
Yep. The OsteoFX. Well, thank you, Shirley. That's awesome. How are you doing on the
Can I get this warmed up, Cheryl?
Well, this morning I weighed myself and I had lost 4.4 pounds.
Wonderful, Shirley.
Wow.
Woo!
Awesome. Excellent job. Any struggles?
Not really. The first day having my mind to think about, you're not chewing. Why are you not chewing? But after that first day, I think I was good, in terms of maintaining. I wasn't really hungry. I only have done the 3 shakes and the hot chocolate.
That's perfect. That's what you're supposed to do. You doing any kind of walking or exercise?
Yes, I have a sprained ankle, so I tried to exercise. Like yesterday, I went to the hospital to visit a friend, and I walked up and down the steps, so I did get some exercise in.
Good. Well, that's excellent results, and you're doing fantastic, so keep that up.
Okay. I also have Susan Nye here.
From Baltimore. I'm just sharing with Shirley this morning, so our videos don't interrupt each other.
Okay, awesome.
I want to know, what am I doing wrong? I got up this morning, weighed myself. I lost 0, but I never got my samples, the detox tea or anything. I never got that. So I went to Marshall's and bought some detoxifying tea, and obviously it's not working. But I've been doing the fast and the shakes like I'm supposed to. And I exercised.
You're doing 3 shakes a day?
Yes, 4.
Can I interrupt for just a sec, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay. I know this is personal, but we all do this. Have you gone to the bathroom? Do you find that you feel constipated?
I'm not constipated, but I'm not going like I regularly go.
Yeah, because
Like
when
little.
you're putting in the shakes or when you're putting in food or anything that has whey or calcium, high calcium levels, it's going to create a sluggish bowel. And even though the OsteoFX has 300 milligrams of magnesium, it might be just kind of holding on, because a lot of people don't realize you can have 5 to even 10 pounds of sludge or whatnot in your colon. So the goal is to get that moving, and because we're not eating salads or we're not, really moving veggies through right now, that can be a struggle. But you can, are your things on order? They just haven't arrived yet?
I registered for them, but they didn't arrive yet. They had not arrived. So Shirley just gave me some of her detox tea this morning.
Let me just pause you for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look into the database,
okay,
because we have hundreds of people who registered for this Kickstart, and we just identified 30 people that for some odd reason, your address is not in here. You did put your name, first name, last name, and email, but your address isn't here, and the form has all the fields, and they're supposed to be required. So I don't know how that could possibly happen. But you remember typing your address into the registration form?
I remember typing it in because it wouldn't accept it if you didn't.
Yeah,
me too. Right. So.
Okay. Tell you what, message us, and we will. So we don't have your address. That's the problem.
Okay. So go back in and register again.
No, just send me. So my email.
A text.
Yeah, just send me an email.
Wow.
It's paul@paulcroter.com.
Okay, so after we do this fast, do I continue to take the detox tea to try to boost it up? Shirley just gave me 3 of hers that she got on shipment.
Yeah, that will be good. And as Tracy mentioned, the taking extra magnesium, we have a what's it called? Mag something. What's it called, Tracy? The tablet.
Calcium, mega calcium, something like
nope.
that.
Ultra Mag.
CalMag.
CalMag.
No.
That's what I thought.
CalMag. No.
It's CalMag.
The tablet.
That we have right now is, if you're not going right now, for you, where are you located again?
Baltimore.
Okay, so getting from Cali to Baltimore, you don't even get your stuff till next week.
I realize it, but what's the magnesium we have?
If you went to the store, it's just my quick, when I have someone that's not moving appropriately, you can get magnesium citrate liquid in the bottle in the pharmacy. You can get a couple shots of that with a couple shots of water after it, or milk of magnesia. That's over the counter, quick moving, but it's straight magnesium.
Yeah, we have a tablet though called something magnesium. That's not BioCal. It's we'll look it up here and we'll get you that.
Yeah. The other thing is,
and are you coming to the event on Saturday? We can have it there.
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay, just come up and talk to me, and I'll give you your samples right there.
And we have the magnesium here too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Close. I'm like, come to the pharmacy. I had a woman who didn't go to the bathroom for 6 days, you guys. So sometimes there are needs to run out the thing. But here's the other tip too. If you're ever stuck in a place and you don't have our tea, you don't have anything, there is a tea by Yogi that's called Smooth Move. And in the event your shipment is late or whatever, that's a decent one too. And so just a side note.
All right, thank you.
Super. Anybody else have any other weight loss stories or struggles?
Hello.
This is Rebecca. I have a question.
Okay.
Well, okay. So I'm down 5.2, which is
nice.
Cool. Something that I've noticed is I've had this kind of, not really an aching, not really a burning, like in my thighs. I always do stairs up and down, and I've been walking 1.5 miles, and that's not something new. But I've been feeling this feeling in my legs, and I was wondering, do you feel glycogen burning?
I do. I don't know if you do, but I have the same thing you do. And every time I do keto, that's exactly how I feel when I work out and when I do it. And it's I can tell much more when I'm doing keto than when I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
yeah, absolutely.
you're both hallucinating here.
No, we're not.
It's not in our heads.
No, we're not.
Here's what happens. So a couple things. Tracy already mentioned it. You got this calcium and magnesium balance thing going on. Calcium makes things tighter and magnesium makes things release. So if you ever have like a leg cramp or leg tightening, that is a magnesium deficiency. But that doesn't sound like what you're having. Now, there's also this thing in your body called the potassium sodium pump. So there's these two minerals, and all the minerals in your body kind of work hand in hand with each other. And what happens on keto, believe it or not, is you become sodium deficient. So one of the biggest mineral problems on keto is sodium, believe it or not. So people actually put extra salt in things to keep that pump working correctly, and that burning sensation can be an imbalance in the sodium potassium.
Well, Paul, to vein on what you're saying.
I'm muting everybody because we got some background noise.
It's 11:30.
Okay, Rebecca, you're back.
It was Tracy.
Nope.
Tracy.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Well, one thing that's important to remember is when you lose sodium, like Paul was saying, you've got to bump back up with the potassium piece. There's got to be a balance there. And you don't want to, you can't go eat bananas right now, so that's kind of a bit of a challenge. But when we sweat, we lose more sodium too. So it's that kind of a combination of we're doing what we're supposed to do, but we've got to stay level with what we're putting in. So you really want to make sure that you're putting enough and salting. Or Paul, what was it you said? I think in your keto shake or in whatever, putting a little pinch of Himalayan pink salt.
Yep, that works amazing. But you can see here's a great thing about our minerals. Our minerals have both the potassium and the sodium right in the minerals, so you're getting both.
And that little extra pinch is totally fine.
It really makes a huge difference because you're getting a little. You still have potassium in your body, but you've lost more sodium. So it's just keeping that in balance is a lot of people that do keto report that. So yeah, adding a little extra sodium, but the minerals are the key.
Yeah, I've been doing extra minerals and mineral caps. And then like this morning I woke up and my stomach was a little queasy. That root beer belly killed that.
Yeah,
completely.
That's a fantastic product.
It's awesome.
That's great.
Anybody else got good news?
Yeah, Roderick. He has his hand up. Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm enjoying the conversation and all the information that I'm receiving. Well, currently, I've been doing everything to the T. I've lost 13 pounds.
Wow.
And the reason why I lost 13 pounds, I'm a high school basketball referee. So I'm running over 2 hours a day.
That would burn glycogen.
Yes, I burn. And, it hasn't been hard. The first day was a little, I'm used to fasting anyway. So I take my 3 shakes and I drink my tea in the afternoon, in the evening before I go to bed. And I like the root beer belly. That's really good, So I'm just excited and I'm just looking to continue out.
Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing that. You having any struggles?
No, not really. Like I said, the first day, just getting used to not chewing on anything, but because I fast before, so it was just, now I'm always busy and I'm on the go, so I really don't think about it, and I don't eat a lot of junk food anyway, so it wasn't a big issue for me.
Good.
Yeah, that's great. And just a side note, Robert, how many days was that with the 13 pounds?
I just weighed myself today. So, but the thing, what I did, and I want to be forthcoming because I know when I was first listening to you guys, and I think Paul said, well, we're going to start Sunday, so go out and eat everything that you want to eat. I start tapering down.
Okay.
So a week out, I started tapering down. I stopped eating sugars, and a week out, and I just didn't overeat. I would eat one meal. One dinner, lunch, and dinner, but I wouldn't have seconds. So I started to taper down. So to be honest, I don't think I lost 13 pounds in 2 days, but I'm at 13 pounds down.
Great. That is absolutely fantastic.
One thing to remember too, ladies, don't freak out over that, because men have a denser muscle mass format to their bodies, so they sometimes will burn double what a woman will. But that's where we have all the good hips for breathing. And no, anyway, whatever. The one thing is, anyone that's an athlete or has a background as an athlete, I mean, Cheryl plays tennis, Paul is a machine on his everything that you do too. Anyone that's an athlete that's been in high school, some people say, oh, I looked so great in high school and college. Well, you still have that core in there. So I find that people that may have been stagnant for years, if they've got an athletic history or a muscle mass kind of history, or they've worked out or built it, or they were in the army or whatever, oftentimes they burn faster. And you might notice that when you get into this. So that's just a tip I find too.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why, it's not about really how much weight you lose. It's about how much fat you lose, because we really haven't kind of this conversation. But, when people go on these starvation diets where they're down to 500 calories a day, you ain't losing fat. You're losing muscle mass. So your body's going to find a way to hold on to its stored fat, because that's its safe savings account. That's its, safety valve. So,
and the more you tone your muscle, the more you build your muscle and tone it up, it's going to burn fat better. So weight bearing exercise is I could sit here for 2 hours and explain why it's critically important for everybody. Yeah,
so
it's great, but do not forget to really build where you have your biggest muscle mass, your butt, your biceps, and your thighs. So focus on those.
Yeah, and so the real key to the keto shake is that there's 20 grams of protein basically in every shake. So we're at that at least 60 grams a day level. If you don't eat enough protein, you will not maintain your muscle mass. Your body has got to have protein every single day to maintain the muscle mass. So now if you eat too much, that's bad too, because there's a lot of negative things that can happen from too much protein. And it can also raise insulin levels. So we got to find that balance, and that balance is right around 60 grams right now.
Also, too, just a little helpful hint for the men too, but is that I found is that if I measure myself, I measure my arms and my legs and my belly and my chest, so that I can see a difference that way. Because sometimes we don't see it in the pounds, and we might see it in the inches, or vice versa. So it depends on your body, from what I've found in the past.
Yes, absolutely. I tell Cheryl, I feel like someone takes a pin and pops me when I go into ketosis, because it's just all the bloating goes away. And I don't think we all realize how much of that there is in our bodies. So that inflammation, bloating, there's nothing better in the world than being on this program and this being in ketosis, because a lot of great things are happening.
Well, and also the number on the scale isn't as accurate as what is really going on with your body. I had one woman drop 2 dress sizes in 10 days one time doing this kind of a regime, and she did not drop more than a pound on the scale. So as you're building your muscles, it takes up less space, as well. So just what Paul said, you're losing the fat, you're losing that, but don't freak out if the scale actually doesn't change as much. When your clothes are feeling looser, that's the best feeling in the world, and it's the best measurement of what's really happening with your body.
Yeah. So a pound of fat, we'll have that demonstration, is yay big, and then a pound of muscle is only like this big. So when you're losing a pound of real body fat, the amount of space that takes up is enormous. So when you're losing body fat, a pound of body fat, your dress size, pant size, shirt size is going to go down super fast. Or if you're just losing muscle, it's not going those things don't go down at all, really. So we're burning body fat. That's why you got to get those ketone strips and test yourself every morning to make sure you're in that, moving towards that 4.0 purple area. So, okay, great. Awesome job, everybody. Let's now jump into our topic of the day. So we talked 100% on Monday about results. We know what results we want to have. Super crystal clear on that. We're crystal clear on why. Yesterday, we got crystal clear on why we want those results so bad. But today, we're going to talk about mindset and thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to turn the call over here to Cheryl because I know she's got a great story about mindset and thoughts.
Okay, thanks, Paul. I really loved what all of you said. And wow, I just thought that I think I'm losing a lot of salt because I've been doing hot yoga. So maybe I should have some more salt.
Yeah.
Wow. Along with the minerals and everything else. So yeah, I've got a great story. So my husband, Jonathan, he decided a little while ago, like maybe 6 months ago, that he was going to lose a little bit of weight. And he had a very big reason. And I've talked to him about his story. So he shared his story with me because today he just met his goal. And his goal, and he had the mindset that he wanted to get to 180 pounds. Now, how he decided this is he looked up his height and everything and found on the, is it the BMI chart? Yeah, the BMI chart. He found what he needed to be exactly at his right weight for his height. And so he had his mind set. And so I asked him, I said, well, why did you decide this? Like, what was the main thing? And his main reason and his main goal and the main result he wanted, so the result he wanted was to get to 180, but his big why is because he wanted to live extra years on his, or have extra years on his life so that he could hang around to see the kids grow up. So that was his big why. And then he had a couple of other things, like he didn't want to snore anymore, and he had some acid reflux going on. So those were all of the big reasons why he did it. And so I just said, well, was it hard to do? Because let me tell you, when Jonathan sets his mind to something, I am not even kidding you. That's it. There's absolutely no difference between him becoming the number one lawyer in the country, constitutional lawyer in the country, and losing this weight. Now, let me tell you, just this morning, he hit his goal weight, which was 180 pounds. And so that means that he's lost 60 pounds in the last 6 months, right? And so he looks like a completely different person. Like, he is completely different. And so I was so fascinated about this mindset that he has. And so we were kind of talking about the difference between mindset and about him becoming a lawyer, and then also him losing the weight. And he said, there's absolutely no difference. And I said, well, explain that. Like, what do you mean? And he said, I decide the result I want. I decide what I'm going to do. And then come hell or high water, there's no deviation. Absolutely no deviation. So he sets his mind to what that is. But as I was talking to him, so he has a very strong resolve, right? He has a very strong mindset on doing these different things. So and let me tell you, he loves chocolate like nobody's business. And that's one of the things that he had to give up. So he could not eat chocolate at all. And Paul was telling us a little bit about this paper that he had to write when he was getting his master's degree. So he has to talk a little bit about that, because one of the things that the people did I thought was so interesting, they found out like what their Achilles heel was, and they completely cut that out of their life. The people who were able to sustain the weight loss and really achieve that goal that they had. So it's that mindset that even though you love something, and let me tell you, he loves chocolate like nobody's business. Like, I cannot even tell you how many pounds of chocolate he would eat in one day, because it was not ounces, it was pounds. And so he had to completely cut that out of his whole life, which he did. And so once he gets to this, now that he's to the 180, and we were kind of talking about that, he feels 1,000 times better, right? So absolutely. So for me, it's not quite as easy. I have to do things. When he sets his mind to it, then that's just it. He does it no matter what. I mean, nobody could say anything. It doesn't matter what food he sees. None of that matters to him. To me, it's a little bit different. Like, I don't have anything crazy in my house. If I love something, it is not in my house. I do not have it in my house. And I threw a ton of stuff away before I started this because I want to make sure that I don't have that within arm's reach. And another thing that I found works really, really well for me that I really want you guys to consider doing is I really want you guys to consider doing all of the affirmations that help so much and really telling yourself, like I tell myself all the time, I weigh 130 pounds. I look great. I feel fantastic. I'm able to, run 5 miles or whatever. I've set the things up, but you guys need to do that every single day. And those affirmations, your subconscious can't tell any different. And so your subconscious will start helping you do the things that you need to do to achieve those goals. So I think that's super important, Paul. That's one of the things that I found that just works so well for me. And I love to say, this is what I say every morning. I'm 130 pounds. I'm strong. I'm kind, and I'm beautiful. So that's what I say all the time. And it's like a mantra now. Like that's all I say. And I just pick like those 4 or 5 things that I say all the time, every single day. Every single day. And I start thinking,
well, all those things are
wonderful.
true, Cheryl.
Well, well, whatever. If they're not, they're certainly gonna be true, when I get to 130 pounds, they're all gonna be true.
She'll be a lot kinder at 130.
Yeah, that's so true. So you guys, I'm thinking that it's more about mindset really than anything else. Because when you are hungry, when you feel sad, when you feel depressed, when you feel this way, when you feel that way, none of that can matter. You have to set in your mind where you're going and how you're going to get there, and maybe even what you're going to do when these things start creeping in. So what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to drink my water with my Slim Tab in it. I'm going to take my, when I'm so tired I can't hardly move, then I'm going to say, you know what? Say your mantra. I love mantras, by the way. I don't know if I've ever said that. I love mantras more than anything because I think they kind of reset my brain and remind me what I'm doing. That's because I tie the mantra to the result I want. And I think that's super important. And I think just the point I want to make is there's really no difference in losing the weight as there is in building your business. And that's something that Jonathan really pointed out to us, is that there's no difference. It's all the same thing. It's the result he wants, and then it's the plan that he had to get there.
Yeah, like talking with Jonathan past couple of days has just been incredible. Jonathan and I are very much alike. I mean, that when you were in the Marines, it is not like when you get a mission to go kill someone, go do a mission, do something for the country. There's not like, go try to do that. Like, we're going and we're going to do it. Like, there is no fail. And Jonathan Kane said, he found out that you lose 5 to 10 years of your life by being obese. And at 240, he was in that category of basically being obese at his height. So he said, that's not going to happen. I love my wife too much. I love my kids too much for that to happen. And he said, I'm going to get to 180. And it wasn't even like he had the best strategy in the world, or, he's just like, I'm going to do this. Now we're trying to give you tips and hints and things on these calls to help you along. He just has mindset. And there's nothing that would stop him from doing this. I mean, nothing. He is locked on, like, boom. Like, it was just amazing to hear and see the expression on his face. This is going to happen.
I know, Paul, you said he's like a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah.
Getting to that bullseye or that target.
Yeah. It's just, he's got the target, and whatever comes in his way, he's going to destroy it. Like, he just goes right through it. Like, it's not even there. So when you get that kind of mindset, you can do anything in life. And as Cheryl mentioned, there's a reason why we're doing this whole Keto90 thing, is we're still building a business here. And we're going to show you all that there is no difference between losing 50 pounds and building a multi-million-dollar business. It's the exact same thing. It's little things every single day, consistently, over time. That's it. So, it's, and then as Cheryl mentioned, coming up with your thoughts. And initially when I was meeting with Cheryl, remember this years ago, like, I told Cheryl, I come up with my thoughts before I think them. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So I actually have a list of thoughts that I'm going to think. So it's important for you to have that list for you and I would love for you to post them in our Keto90 Kickstart Facebook group. Like, these are my thoughts, and list them all there. And you're reading these over and over and over. I actually take my iPhone on the recorder program, I hit record, and I say those affirmations into my recording thing and play them back with my headphones on over and over and over again, like I'm burning a CD in my brain. And you can actually rewire your brain, reprogram your subconscious mind to think those thoughts. In the beginning, they may sound like, I'm not 130, I'm not beautiful, I'm not even kind. But over time, hearing that over and over and over again, I promise you that those are the things that will appear in your life. That's the person you will become, because it's a new program that's running in your brain. And that's all we're running on. 95% of everything we do is on autopilot. The way, when you wake up, the things you do, the expressions you have, the thoughts you have, everything's on autopilot. So you can change that. You just got to do the reprogramming of your thoughts to make that happen. So that we'll talk more and more about this, but I thought this was a great call today. But we have a few minutes left. We want to move into the transition. Actually, I do want to address a couple messages here in the text. I know Cindy mentioned that it was
we didn't see the link.
The
Osteomag.
Ultimate Osteomag. That's what I was trying to come up with, but I'm not. I'm going through this transition in my brain of going from into ketosis. So it's I didn't remember it, but it's Ultimate Osteomag. It's so you're gonna get extra. That's how you can get extra magnesium. And some people need to take that all the time because they're using the Osteo FX, and it's only, as Tracy mentioned, a 4-to-1 ratio of calcium to magnesium. Now with the Keto90, you have a 1-to-2 ratio of calcium to magnesium, which for a lot of people is much better. The problem with Keto90 is that it's going to raise your carbs up significantly. So you can't use Keto90 on a keto diet and stay in ketosis. So, but the way to overcome that is to order the Osteo FX, but also order the Ultimate Osteomag, which is a tablet that you can take to add that extra magnesium into your body, and it'll make a world of difference. Yes, Tracy.
Okay, quick question or quick comment. I actually do the Keto90 because I know that 8 carbs, I know that's kind of crazy sounding, but my shot at night is 7, but I make sure that the rest of my 12 carbs are in my vegetables and everything else. So I cater that into myself. So if people do that, you can totally do it. It's a little bit more than an ounce. I'm probably getting 9 carbs in there. But supplements add up. Someone mentioned on there, they were doing pollen bursts. They were doing all these things. Sometimes you think, oh, it's just a drink. It can't possibly have any, carbs in there. But that is something where you need to think in your mind of, and that's where it's good to track, with the tracking sheets and things, because then you get in a groove of what your number for the day was, around 20 carbs a day, between what supplements you're taking in, your shake, and your food sources. So if I'm doing a day where my carbs obviously are going to be higher, where I'm doing the Keto90 and maybe something else, I keep my food lighter. I might do a salad with tuna and, avocado and, make it light like that. If I'm doing a day where I can have a little more flexibility, I'll bump up my carbs in another area. So it's all about balance. But to keep it clean, keep it easy, starting with the tablets, like Paul is saying, is the easiest way to go, because then you have a little more flexible food as you get in the group.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Thanks, Tracy, for that. Now let's move into tomorrow. So we're going into the transition. So you're going to reach your 72 hours tonight at 7 p.m. We're not going to eat after 7 p.m. today. You can have your tea still. And then tomorrow morning when you wake up, we're going to be in the transition phase. And we're going to do another call tomorrow at 11 a.m. We were talking about doing it too, but we're going to keep it to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So the same time tomorrow we'll be here. And we'll go more into transition. But we just want to mention it a little bit today so you can kind of prepare for tomorrow. Cheryl thought that we should give people some preparation time. I don't know why that would be important.
Okay,
but.
honestly, you guys, well, I'm going to tell you guys, I need you guys to tell Paul that you need the keto cubes.
Yeah,
okay?
we're going to get that out to you today. So we have that sheet prepared to send out to you. And Cheryl thought it would be good to send it out today. So we'll send it out today. Tomorrow is going to be a transition. So we've been doing just shakes for 3 days now. So you can't just jump right into solid food, boom, and be okay. So let's do a 1 day transition, and then we're really going to do a lot of full keto on Friday. So tomorrow, and this really goes from here on out, one shake a day minimum. I would make that, and Cheryl and I were talking before this call on how you could do 2 shakes for sure, but you can do it whenever is best for you, convenient wise. But boy, if you can make that shake your last meal of the day,
it's the best.
We see a lot of people lose tons of weight when they do that.
More weight when you make it your last meal of the day, I think. For me, anyway.
Yep. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely good advice. So we're still going to do at least 1 shake tomorrow. You can do 2. I would still do the hot chocolate. Someplace in there is one of your 4 meals. So we're doing the same times, 11, 1:30, 4, and 6:30. But then like an egg meal would be good tomorrow. Like a couple eggs, couple pieces of bacon.
That's a keto cube, by the way. 2 eggs, 2 bacon.
Yep. Or you could do 4 eggs.
4 eggs.
Or you can do
3 eggs and a little bit of cheese.
So what a cube is going to be is 300 calories, and keeping the carbs as low as we can, and right around 25 grams of fat. And the protein in that, let me do the math real quick on a cube of protein.
Okay, so while he's figuring that out, another thing that you can have in there is the chicken Caesar salad.
Yep, so 15 grams of protein. And that would be like 4 to 6 ounces of chicken, somewhere in there. It's like 5 ounces of chicken, comes out to be about 15 grams. So if you go someplace, they usually give you like 4 to 5 ounces. So we got to be in the ballpark of 15 grams of protein, plus or minus a little bit.
And you guys remember what I said about being super strict for the first month. And Tracy will tell you, she's the one who told me that you have to be super strict for the first month. So don't run amok right now, because you get to bite something. That's what happened to me the first time I tried this. So just make sure that you guys are being really strict for this first month. I know Shelly Davis, you guys see her all over Facebook. But for the first month, because she knew that she had to be super strict for the first month, she ate Caesar salad every single day. Chicken Caesar salad every day for one of her meals. The shake for one of her meals. So it was super strict. But I think if we can do that for 1 month, we're going to see such a difference. Plus, it'll give us a little bit of time to really do some research and really get good at this and really start understanding the numbers. I think the keto cubes will help immensely. But if you're, like I told Paul, well, what if I just want to keep doing the shakes? And he said no, because there's not enough calories. So you guys just have to remember that. And that's why I said, well, gosh, I'm just going to eat two of the shakes, and then I only have to worry about 2 other meals. And I love to 11 o'clock a shake, and the very end a shake. So at 6:30, right?
Yep.
30. Yeah. So like 11 and 6:30 are the shakes, because then I only have to worry about 2 other meals during the day.
Yep.
And I love that. That's like my favorite thing to do.
So I'm only going to do 1 shake, but I'm going to do keto coffee. So I got this Croto keto coffee recipe that I'm going to be posting inside of the Keto90 Kickstart group. So if you're not part of the group, you're one of my famous recipe. But I have, so one of the ingredients that you would need to get is grass-fed butter, or even better yet, I like ghee. I've moved to ghee, Ghee. It's a non-dairy form of butter. That's fantastic. So a little bit of ghee, some heavy cream. I actually use a little bit of the keto shake in there, like a little scoop of that, and my collagen. So I got a great recipe that I'll share with you that has exactly the ingredients in that. But I live on keto coffee. It has been my super juice, if you will, to losing weight. I've lost like 85 pounds. And it's mostly because I drink coffee, which is a stimulant. And then I put in the butter and the cream with that. and a little bit of the keto shake, and I make a chocolate mocha out of it, and it is to die for. So super, super great. And I will post that recipe for you. And with our longevity coffee that's organic, it's just unbelievable. It's fantastic.
Okay, another thing too that we need to do is make sure that we get the link to these videos posted in the Facebook page, because I guess we didn't do it yesterday.
Okay, so we'll get that. We got this recording. We got yesterday's recording. The first day recording is in there. So the collagen peptides is, that's protein, so we got to watch that because it does count for 80 calories and 20 grams of protein in there. So that, we got to count that in, but we're going to make that part of the cubes and how to work that in. I put so that's how I get my protein, majority of my protein in my keto coffee is through the collagen peptides. You're probably wondering why I look so good. That's my beauty secret is the collagen. So if there's one product that you go by, it's the collagen peptides, because it is the fountain of youth. It is the ultimate category 1 hard tissue product.
So we should do the collagen peptides, also work it in with the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keto hot chocolate. So you should have a cube for your famous keto coffee thing, but then you should also do one where people can use the hot chocolate. So the hot chocolate, come on.
Excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use that.
I got it because there's some people too that, like we've talked about, it's hard to chew. Like you want to have that crunch, you want to have something. Consider like Cheryl with the recipe for the keto hot chocolate, Paul's recipe for the keto coffee. Freeze it halfway or add ice cubes to it and blend it. I mean, then you're getting something that's actually more like a dessert too. I've had a lot of people do that. My daughter actually loves it when I will freeze into cubes. The richness of having coffee with the hot cocoa, with everything mocha, and then she'll blend those cubes up into everything. So you can play around and have dessert for a snack. It feels like having something like that.
Yeah. And Tracy introduced Cheryl and I to a thing called wisps.
Oh, come on.
Which are the crunchiest thing in the world.
Paul can't eat that because he eats the whole bag.
Yeah, that's my little downfall is that I eat the whole bag.
Remember that? You bought like 25 bags and they were just everywhere. And you were addicted. It was awesome.
Yeah, I sold them all and took them home with me.
There's a great source of a quick protein chip though. And if you're doing it with like an Avo cup, those cool cups, the Holy Avocado cups, straight avocado from Costco.
That can be one. Okay, Tracy, that's a keto cube right there.
We know it's a cube.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, so that's one thing that we recommend getting, because that would be something that you can, crunch on. That's my crunch thing is.
I need crunch. And here's another thing too, Tracy. How can I do the celery with almond butter?
Yeah, celery with almond butter. You could do cashew butter. You could do cream cheese. My daughter likes to actually blend cream cheese
collagen
and another dealio, and you could fold collagen into it if you want to.
Yeah, so we'll get you the cubes, because the cubes are the key. You gotta have it.
Let's go. We're tired of waiting here, ladies and gentlemen. I need some cubes.
We're doing the transition tomorrow.
Listen, people are dying for these things, including me.
Patience, everyone.
Wow, patience.
Another really good one that I would love to have on the cubes is, I call it Avo egg mash, and it's super simple. You just mash up 2 eggs with avocado, a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice, salt, pepper. You can use cucumber chips, chunks of red pepper, celery, whatever. I can use zucchini to make a chip. So easy, and it's ready to go in the fridge. And the lime juice or the lemon juice added to it keeps it from browning, which is awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, that's fancy.
This is hey, listen, we need fancy.
As Bruno would say, it's bombastic.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. This is where we've gone way overboard here with the fancy this here.
I like
we're doing a transition tomorrow.
Thank you. I need Tracy's fanciness.
Fancy Tracy.
3 steps.
All right, we promise to have Tracy back tomorrow with more fancy recipes and ideas for Saturday. Tomorrow's Thursday, and we're just sticking to basics tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we love everyone. Congratulations on all your weight loss. Power through today with the mindset. You can do it. And then you get to actually have a little bit of solid food tomorrow. So let's look forward to that moment.
Yay, 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 bacon!
All right, we love everybody.
you.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.